We've got a lot going on today here on the show. This is Final Fantasy Eras. We're in our Final Fantasy II era. And we're in our Mithril era because we've acquired Summit Falls, and now we get to distribute it amongst the populace, in this case being Tobul. We're going to pay him a visit. But we're going to also pay, the town folk a visit and everything. There's a lot that's going to be done today, okay? I did do some grinding since the last episode just to kind of get ourselves... I've actually spent all of our gil, but we have everything up to level 5 now, which is actually pretty impressive. And the axe, still our bread and butter right now as far as weapons go. We've got everyone has at least a little bit of magic, and it's a good time. But we've got Mithril to deliver and people to check in with at the Rebel Hideout, so I think we need to get started. We ended last time here just outside of Salaman, but we didn't really check in with anyone, right? We saved everyone. That was a huge thing we did. We should probably at least check in and see how everyone's doing. There's no way to cross the snow on foot. You'll need a snowcraft. I've heard that Joseph keeps the snowcraft hidden on the first floor of the cavern at Summit Falls. I seem to remember him saying about a wall near a blue stone or something like that. Interesting that we're talking about snowcrafts. I'm not aware of snow thing. Perhaps that's something we'll learn here shortly. Take the Mithril to Altair and give it to the princess as soon as you can. We're planning on it. We want to see how you guys are all doing first. Take the Mithril. Okay, yeah. This woman says our husbands are back safe and sound and we have you to thank for it. Yes, you do. Thank you so much. We owe our freedom to you. Yes, you do. You are welcome. Yeah, okay. This must be Joseph's wife. So is he home? His daughter's home. Let's talk to his daughter. Thanks for saving me. That's all? No big text dump of gratitude? Joseph said, you better get that Mithril back to Altair. Princess Hilda's waiting for you. Like, can we take 5 minutes to, just interact with people and hang out? Like, it's freaking cold here, bro. There's snow everywhere. I guess you don't want us to stick around, so whatevs. Maybe we'll check in the town of whatever those towns are down there. Let's go. Let's figure this out. So we'll probably, run into some battles on the way. That's good because we actually need some gil. We got 120 gil there. That's juicy. I would imagine we're going to make short work of a lot of these enemies. Is there any benefit to... we could... I mean, we don't have enough money to do it. As I said, we could probably take the airship back to Paloom that way. Let's check in Poft real quick and just see, is anyone going to give us any new information if we go there? I'm going to say probably not, but it's worth checking while we're in the area. We have a full agenda today, let me tell you. So, if there's nothing going on in these towns, we ain't sticking around, all right? Let's see what's going on. Okay, yeah, this is... You guys are all telling me the same stuff as last time. Okay. We have no reason to be here, in my opinion. I say we just head on to Paloom. Remember, we walked, so we're walking back. We'll go to Paloom, and then from there we'll head to Altair. They're right next to each other, so that's not really a problem. Like I said, all these towns in the first part of the game seem to be very close to one another. And one thing interesting that you may have noticed about the world map is that you see in the upper right is there is an isthmus, I think it's called, that connects the major land masses, which you don't really see a lot in Final Fantasy. Usually there's just a vast ocean surrounding everything. And in this case, no, there is continuity via land from said isthmus. I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce words that I don't say a whole lot. It's just, it is what it is. We're gonna just have to live with it. Because my brain works so fast, sometimes it just gets so far ahead of what I want to say. And a word with that, unusual pronunciation I really gotta concentrate on. So we're just gonna say big long strip of land, big long narrow strip of land, like where the Panama Canal was. That's an isthmus. Isthmus. Jesus Christ. Okay, I can't get it. Oh my God. Here's Paloma. We're not even stopping here. We'll wave. We're gonna go to Altair and see what's going on. We got to get hold of this mithril. Apparently it's like a huge ordeal. You know, so a little bit of thank you would be nice, but we'll see. They're probably just going to send us on another, you know, another side quest here, literally. All right, actually these are all main quest stuff. Here we are at Altair. Yes, of course, we're going to get attacked right outside the city. We're basically within the city walls. Like, let us go. Bees. All right, and we're back. I'm going to go ahead and stop at the inn since it's cheap to do so. We're going to need all the money we can get here shortly. All right, and let's check in. It said give this to Hilda, so give it to Hilda we shall. All right, and let's see what she has to say. She says the Empire... Yeah, you told us that before. Hey, we got Mithril here. She said, you found the Mithril. Now we'll finally be able to fight the Empire on equal footing. Please take the Mithril to Tobul, the town blacksmith. I'm certain he'll be able to use it to make you some magnificent weapons. Okay, sounds good. Does anyone else have anything new to say? You must find a way to bring Mithril back. I think you said that before. Yeah. I think people all said the same thing. So let's just go straight to Tobul and let this man get to work on his mastercraft here. So around the corner we go to the weapon shop. And we want to talk to Tobul here. And yeah, well, you know what we want with you, dude. We got you your freaking Mithril. And he said, ho ho, that's Mithril. I've been waiting for the chance to work with this metal for as long as I can remember. Leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it, I'll start crafting. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. Were you just hanging out here? Not doing anything? And then instantaneously, we now have access to Mithril stuff. You'll see the screen flashes black, and then all of a sudden there is a secondary vendor. You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This will keep my hands full, I'll tell you that. Well, that's good to know. Let's talk to this man. What can I do for you? Now they are willing to sell us mithril items. We have a mithril knife, a mithril mace, a mithril spear, a mithril sword. These are all very expensive, ranging in the 400 to 700 gil range. I believe the armor shop is also going to have a secondary vendor as well, who is specializing in mithril armor. We're going to want all of this, but I'm going to tell you right now, the amount of grinding it's going to take, you will not want to witness. It will drive you absolutely crazy. So this is going to be an offline thing. So this is where I stop recording, and through the magic of editing, we will instantaneously have enough money to buy all of this stuff. And through the magic of editing and a couple other things, we happen to have the exact amount of gil that we would need to buy, well, 4 of everything, which is what I want to do. So let's start with the armor. I'm going to go in here. Oh, no, not you. You don't have it. I'm going to talk to this guy. We want 4 mithril shields, 4 mithril helms, 4 mithril armors, 4 mithril gloves. That costs us about, $7,000. And then I'm going to go ahead and just auto-equip all of this stuff. So that raises our defense by quite a bit. Now I can go in here and sell all of the old stuff. So that would be the bronze armor. It can go. The bronze shield. No use for this stuff. Let's get a little bit of our money back. Thank you. We'll be doing the same from a weapon standpoint as well. We'll get 4 knives, 4 maces, 4 spears, and 4 swords. Yes, now we should be able to really... we got mithril swords. We remember We were told how strong a mithril sword could be, and that it was, I think Scott's favorite sword. He used to have one before he died. Well, now we got 4 of them, boss. And we got 4 shields. Like, we are cooking pretty well here, I think. So the non-mithril variants, just to get a little bit of our money and sanity back. There will be better weapons in the game for us at some point. This is not the end-all be-all. Now I know what you're saying, John. If you grinded for all that stuff, how long did it take? I mean, the reality is, it took a while already to grind to level 5. We're vastly overpowered right now, and that's okay. We're here for the story, and as such, let's talk to people and see what the vibe is, because I'm not quite sure we need to know what we're gonna need to do next. That guy's asking if Altair's gonna get taken over by the Empire. He hears they're building the Dreadnought in Bafsk. This guy, Gordon, can't believe we found mithril. We're certainly brave. Next to you, I realize just how pathetic I am. I'm so sick of this, dude. Like, like, you are such a bummer. Such a downer. Tobal's been making weapon after weapon with that mithril you found. Yeah, I should hope so. That was a pain to get. Actually, let's talk to him real quick and make sure. We'll go back into the hideout here, but how's he doing? He says, no time to talk, there's work to be done. Okay, you ungrateful bastard, that's fine. Let's go to the hideout. That's this door. I think we need to go back and talk with Hilda again. We need some direction here. Okay, we need some kind of indication on where to go next, lady. She says the Dark Knight overseeing the Dreadnought's construction was most capable. Fortunately for us, he's tending to other matters now. The theft of the mithril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Bafsk, which is the other town that's been mentioned a lot. If we're to stop the Dreadnought from being completed, this may be our only chance. Okay? Well, that is pretty good to know. Does she have anything else to say about the Dreadnought? We have a man in Bafsk. He's found a way to reach the Dreadnought. I want you to destroy it. At the very least, find a way to delay its completion. I have full confidence that with you and Minwoo on this task, it will be accomplished. Okay, so we're going into an assassination mission. This guy's concerned if the Empire is able to complete the Dreadnought, then Altair Poft, all will be lost. Okay. Wizard Boy says, yes, I can see it now. A great evil in the skies like rolling storm clouds. And then he says, I was too fast there. Pray you find cover when the storm breaks. We're counting on you to destroy the Dreadnought. They mustn't be allowed to finish it. Okay. Let's go down here. Bafsk was under the control of the Dark Knight. He used hypnosis to manipulate the minds of the townspeople. I love how we heard nothing about this Dark Knight until the mithril. And that is one of the things with this story. It's like you do something and then it's like a whole new side story starts and there's never really any hints of what. Like the Dark Knight, like where did he come from? It's like suddenly the Dark Knight returned. You know, it's like the beginning of Episode 9 Star Wars. Like Palpatine just returns. You know, there's no explanation. Dark Knight just exists. He's always been there. You're just hearing about it just now. It's fine. If the Dreadnought is complete, it will unleash a horror the scale of which the world has never known. Please, you must destroy it before this is allowed to happen. Okay, Oppenheimer, thank you for that. I'm going to join the Rebel Army and fight the Empire too. No, you're not. You will just be a liability. This man says, I made my way here as soon as I learned of the Rebel Army. I mean to fight the Empire. And then this guy says, blow that Dreadnought to smithereens. All right, some moxie. We like that. They say Borgans replaced the Dark Knight as commander in Bafsk. Okay. We got to get to the bottom of this Dark Knight situation, it sounds like. Does anyone else in the town have anything to say? No, I don't want to talk to Emo Boy. I'm going to guess these people are going to say the same thing. Yeah, okay. So, not really too much going on here that we need to be concerned with. Let's head back to the overworld. I think we need to start our journey to Bafsk, I guess. All right, first things first. Let's head on over to... I'm anxious to see what our new weapons are gonna be like here, but I want to check on something. Let's first we're gonna see. Oh, look at those, shiny. All right, Minwoo's getting down with the sword. Yeah, we maxed out our shield skill, by the way. Don't ask. Okay. Do we have anything new for sale here? I feel like these towns might also have something new. Yes, we do. Okay. Ooh, he's got some mithril axes, which we can afford. Let's buy those. Buy 4 of them. And, because I think those are going to be, yeah, those are going to be a better option. We don't have enough necessarily for the mithril bow or whatever it was. What did we do? Did we just, we sold off the only bow we have, so we're going to need to buy, I just want to make sure we have one of it. We needed to sell our dagger. That's what the hell we needed to sell. And our javelin. I don't know why we sold the other things. Because we're stupid. That's why. So we can definitely sell the daggers because we have mithril knives. We have mithril spears. So we can sell the javelin. But we need money for mithril bow. I'm not going to grind for that right now. We know we're going to be coming back through here. Like, it's an inevitability. Let's check and make sure there's nothing new in the armor shop here. I don't think there will be, but you never know. Okay, no. All right, cool. So just a couple different weapons that we can get. Now we're equipped with the mithril axe. So we need to head back like we're going towards Salamand again, and then we're going to make a U-turn basically. So let's start that. Oh, look at that shiny blue. Man, just absolutely cutting through these mofos like no one's business. It's incredible. We love that. All right, up here we go. Just some more bees. You can, by the way, turn random encounters off. And honestly, so they added that feature with a lot of these older, these remakes of these older Final Fantasy games. And I think it's kind of silly, but it does kind of make sense in some ways in this one, because you do get to a point where there's like a threshold where you can't really level up anymore unless you fight stronger monsters. And so unless you're farming for gil, kind of like what we are right now, then there's no real benefit to fighting them. It's just taking up time. I would like the extra gil drop. That's why we're taking the long way. I don't intend on turning off random encounters. But, you know, you do you. Who am I to tell you how to play this game? Because the way I play it probably doesn't make any sense to any one normal person, and that's kind of the point. This is JWE plays. This isn't you play. This isn't even Let's Play. I'm playing, and you're hopefully watching and enjoying. We're sleeping. If this puts you to sleep, hey, guess what? Then I've done a great job. So we're going to go round this way now. We haven't been to this part of the map yet. I don't think the enemies are really going to be much different. Certainly doesn't appear that way. We can see, there's the Dreadnought. That's what that thing is. You can see it kind of isolated by a circuitous mountain range. So we'll have to figure out how to get there. As we continue to level up and just kind of go through the motions here, and we hit up the town of Bafsk. And let's see. Okay, so we do see soldiers here, but we also see normal people that we can talk to, unlike Finn. So let's do that. You'll need a pass to board the Dreadnought. Okay. You're with the rebels, right? You've got to destroy the Dreadnought. All right. Just some shopkeeps. That's the item shop. So can we talk to these soldiers? I don't feel like working at all with that buffoon Borgin in charge. The thought of doing anything for his precious glory makes me sick to my stomach. Okay, so the morale is low here. These definitely don't seem as motivated as the ones in Finn. What does the armor shop have? Nothing that's going to outpace what we have from an armor standpoint that I want to spend any money on. What about the weapon shop? I think this is going to be a similar situation. Yeah, I mean, we could go ahead and buy a longbow since we don't have a bow at all, but like, let's just hold off. What I really think may have some new stuff is the magic shop. And probably not going to necessarily buy anything from it just yet. But we have 4 white magic spells. We have Fear, Basuna, Isuna, and Silence, which are all kind of status and status removal spells. Interesting. Okay, well, you know, they're of limited use to us. Let's keep talking to people. Let's hold off on that one because we'll just hold off on him. Wink, wink. General Borgin is not dealing with these peasants as he should be. They're making us work like slaves. I hate that Borgin. Being used by a man like that really makes my blood boil. It's weird, though. I can't seem to remember what things were like when the Dark Knight was in command. Interesting. What do we got here? How about this guy? There's a rebel spy masquerading as an Imperial soldier. If you can get to him, I'm sure we'll have some important information for you. Well, that's... okay. When is the Dark Knight coming back? At this rate, we're going to fall behind schedule for sure. So Borgin seems incompetent is what I'm getting. Get back to work. I swear no one wants to work under General Borgin. Can we talk to him? I'm guessing this is him. What's this? Back to work. Work, I say. If we finish even one day sooner, my glory will be exponentially greater. All right, so this Borgin, another person in this game that's full of themselves, but this one actually probably a bad guy, it sounds like. There's our sanctuary. Good to know, in case one of Borgin's cronies kills us. I don't think there's any other enterable buildings, but down here, if you look to the left, we can see a staircase. Could this be our spy? He says, General Borgin took command of things in Bafsk a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgin could become a general in the Imperial Army. So this guy does not, I mean, they all don't, but this guy really does not like Borgin. He said, oops, you didn't hear that. Okay. Shall we use the password? He says, you're one of us. Had to be careful about what I did while the Dark Knight was here looking over my shoulder. But the great, in quotation marks, great General Borgin is anything but. He's just a domineering blowhard. Let's ask him about the Dreadnought. He says, so you're the ones they've sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's a back way leading to the Dreadnought. Be careful. If they see us talking, they may start to get suspicious, so I'm out of here. Good luck. With that, he disappears. Okay. I guess we're going to head down into this passage. Welcome to the Bafsk Cave, our next dungeon. Significantly shorter than the previous one, but, you know, still worth checking out. I think there's really only a couple treasures in here, and I don't remember what kind of monsters there are, but we should be pretty well equipped to fight them. Let's find out. Oh, yes. The classic soldier with a bunch of goblins team is back. I'm sure they're just as effective as ever, which is not at all. Thank you for my 269 gil. Please be on your way. And let's go ahead and crack open chest number 1 for a long sword. Okay. That is inferior to what we have. There's a couple zombies. Hey, if you remember, those are undead. We talked about that with the wizards in the circle of wizardry early on in the series. So we can burn them or use restorative magic on them if we want to. I see no real point in doing that since we're one-shotting them with a level 5 mithril axe. But it's good to know that if we, for some reason, can't do that, we have other options. And we did have to resort to magic for the boss last episode, so I am going to be a little bit more frugal with my spending of magic points, except for right here, because we have a couple balloons and I want to take those out. So we'll just have those who can cast fire shall cast fire, and those who cannot shall attack with the axe, is what's happening. And kaboom. Wow, that did nothing. That soldier is pretty impressive. Takes a couple hits, all right? At least they drop an antidote and a potion for our troubles. Okay, next up. Where's this other... It looks like we're traveling towards the southwest corner here, so let's head down that way right now. More battles coming. A leg eater with 2 vampire thorns. Didn't mean to use fire on him, but that's okay. As you can see, we do have plenty of magic points available. And a longbow. Fantastic. We don't have any bows, so... Oh, we got ambushed by the ragtag team of a soldier and 6 goblin guards. Okay. We'll just default back into attack mode for these. Trying to get to the dreadnought. Move aside, people. Let's get going here. All right. And here is number 2. Nothing here from a standpoint of treasure, so we're just going to take the somewhat linear path. Let's cast fire. Give those balloons a reckoning. 5 of them, dang. They give us 105 gil in return. We'll take that. Couple nice hits we got in there. 44 gil, couple items. We can sell those. We almost certainly will. More balloons. Haven't seen one successfully land a self-destruct spell yet, but we're very godlike in our abilities right now, so let's go ahead and let's do this. Fire and cure. Let's see what they do. So we're using a cure spell on those, and it just kills them. Very cool. Just wanted to see it in action. You know, something for the fans. Okay. Feel like we've been fighting bees and hornets, like, for days on end, even though I know we really only have a couple hours of game time in right now. What's our, 5 hours of game time. 2,200 gil right now, and then we got someone over here. Let's find out. It's the Dark Knight. He says, "You're too late. The dreadnought is complete. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. End your resistance. Kneel before your emperor. It is the only alternative left to you." Kind of sounds like resistance is futile. He says, "Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again." And he's gone. Okay, and here comes Borgin. And he laughs, and he says, "Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves." And then he does a stupid laugh, and then we're going to follow him outside into the encircled mountainous region. And there's the dreadnought, and there goes the dreadnought. And it's off. And ooh, she's dropping bombs. That's not good. That's not good at all. Looks like some cities might have been destroyed or heavily bombarded. Yikes. Okay, let's go back in here and head into this door. And we can, at the very least, after we fight a couple soldiers who were probably just chilling back here, enjoying the view, we will get our next key item, the pass, which we will need, of course, to board the dreadnought, should we ever find it again. And now we'll use this convenient warp tile, and we're back outside. Very nice. Fantastic. All right, now that we're back here at BAFSC, I think we know what we need to do. We need to check on these cities that got bombarded. Let's go ahead and do a little quick in-stop. There is some magic here that we still intend on getting, but I don't really need it right now. I'd rather save my money for those longbows, assuming the shop has not been completely destroyed. Actually, let's talk to a couple of the residents real quick. The Dreadnought, we're doomed. They finished the Dreadnought. The world we know is over. You have to tell Princess Hilda that the Dreadnought's been completed. She may know how to stop it. We tell her everything. She's our closest confidant right now. The Dreadnought is headed for Puff. Maybe it's already too late. Wow, the morale is low here, people. Not liking that. What about this dude back in the corner? He said you should talk to Sid. He might know what the Dreadnought's weakness is. We could certainly talk to him on the way. But we do need to start heading back in that direction. So, we'll make the long trek. This will give us time to get a little bit more money. We're going to kind of fly through here as quickly as possible. These battles, that is. So you'll see a lot of auto battling, which is pretty common in a lot of these RPGs for me personally. I'm like more of like an attack guy. And also the band is very good. So I think Sid is in Poft, so we should probably talk to him there first before we go any farther, which is good. It's not that far out of the way. It's right down here. And actually, we can buy those longbows here as well if we have enough money, so we'll check on that. I forget how much they cost. But we can certainly get those if we need to. Oh, wow, yeah, it's looking rough. It's looking rough here. All right, is the weapon shop still... Are weapons still available? Yeah, they seem fine. Okay. 500 apiece. Cool. And then we can sell the longsword that we got. We can sell the antidotes that we got because we like to live dangerously. And the eye drops, and now we have every weapon type, which is good. And I think we're still, yeah, we still want to rock the axe shield combo. It looks like we have the other things there, basically for leveling up, or in case I get bored. What's this woman say? We were attacked by the Dreadnought. They're dead. They're all dead. Okay, so are you the only one alive? Besides the shopkeeps, they're fine, and the innkeep's fine, and anyone who is in the bar, I'm guessing, is also fine. Because that's where we're going to find Sid. Sid is somehow still alive, so let's talk to him. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. I want to talk about the Dreadnought. What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. Do that, you can bring down the whole overgrown tub. Airships are powered by Sunfire. I'm sure the Dreadnought's no different. Well, tell us about this Sunfire. He says, controlling it is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you got to run away on your hands. The engine will blow sky high. Okay, that's all we can really learn here, but it's good that we got a new key term. Fun fact about Sid, because I don't think I mentioned this yet, and if I did, I'm going to mention it again. Like every Final Fantasy game has someone named Sid. I think starting with Final Fantasy II, which I said was, of course, the cradle of many a Final Fantasy tradition, that being one of them. And the SIDs are usually directly involved with airships or other modes of transportation. So when we play our next Final Fantasy era, assuming we do one, don't be surprised when you see a SID, because you will absolutely see one. Unless we do Final Fantasy 1 next, I'm not necessarily sure. Even in the Pixel remaster, did they put one in there? I don't remember. I don't think so. I think SIDs only start at 2. I don't know. There's a million Wikipedias and stuff on this that you can look up. I mean, I could just be ranting about stuff I don't know about. And then someone will correct me in the comments and say, actually, there's a SID in this game, and it's because of this, and... Especially when I clip stuff to shorts, that's when I get the comments like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's okay. It's rage bait. We love us some rage bait. I'm gonna assume that Bloom down here is just blown up. It certainly looks like it from the outside, but we'll take a peek in here anyway. There's really nothing else for us to do here. I don't think there's anyone new here for us to talk to that's going to give us any additional information like we went ahead to Altair. So, we'll talk to one of the pirates. He's hurt bad. He doesn't think he's gonna make it. Okay, quit walking around, dude. Save your energy. Oh, they killed this guy's daughter. That's sad. Dreadnought attacked and destroyed the entire town. All right, so we know the story here. We know what the story is going to be in Altair, but we're going to go there anyway because we got to check in. And I think now is we want to say farewell to Minwoo. He's going to be leaving the party soon. So we're going to strip him naked and take all of his things before we head into town. Thank you, Minwoo. You've been a valuable ally. We appreciate you. Please walk around the destroyed city with us one last time. We'll do a little lap for just to see if there's any survivors. I don't see any. I'm assuming everyone's in the hideout, so let's go there. All right, Hilda, what you got for us? She says many were wounded in the Dreadnought's attack. The shock has even caused my father's condition to take a turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Marie asks, is there nothing you can do, Minwoo? He says, all those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Very true, very true. Still, it is my duty as a white wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. Shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. And just like that, well, he also says the fate of the world rests on you, Furion. Waste no time in destroying the Dreadnought. And as mysteriously as he arrived, Minwoo is gone. He left the party and we're back down to a threesome. Let's talk to Hilda again. And then all of a sudden, instantly, oh, my father's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwoo. He literally just left the room. Let's ask about the Dreadnought. Many lives were taken in the Dreadnought's attack. How are we supposed to fight something so terrible? What about the Sunfire thing? She said, Sunfire is the crest of the kingdom of Kashuan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of Kashuan Keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. However, I seem to recall that the flame could not be held in just any torch. So, Farian says, Sid told us that we might be able to use Sunfire to destroy the Dreadnought. He did say that. And she said, well, there's no time to waste. You must depart for Depart for Kashuan Keep at once. If you hire Sid's airship, the journey should not take long. That leaves only one question. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? And that's something for us to find out. Let's ask around. After all that, they finished the Dreadnought anyway. Incidentally, I believe the king had something to tell you. Well, that answers that question. What Wizard Boy says, you see, it happened just as I said it would. Obviously, the task was more than you could handle. Okay, a-hole. And then these two guards are questioning if we even have a chance against the Dreadnought. Probably not. Altair wasn't spared the Dreadnought's assault. Luckily for us, the hideout was unharmed. The townspeople have taken refuge here. That explains why it's huge now. Let's talk to all of them. We'll stay here and hold out till you return. If we don't destroy the Dreadnought, the casualties will only mount. Everybody who is outside is dead. The Dreadnought attacked, but at least our hideout is still safe. There's a man in Puff named Sid who just might know if the Dreadnought has any weaknesses. Sid was the first person to ever build an airship, and the Dreadnought's really nothing but a big airship, right? Way to put the two things together. Prince Gordon's disappeared. I wonder where he could have gone. Okay, another problem we got then. This kid's scared. I can't help you. And then please, Lord, save our save our king. So just everything is going wrong at the same time. Let's check on the king ourselves. The king is not well. Well, no shit. Minwoo, what's going on? What's the prognosis here, buddy? He says the king's illness goes far beyond the physical. There is little I can do. Okay, can we ask about some of these things like the Dreadnought? He said the Dreadnought is a massive airship, but is likely they both function on the same principle. And Sid gave up all he had for his airship, his rank, his honor, his family, everything. Okay, so there's some kind of backstory there that we're getting little bits and pieces of. I'm sure we'll find out more about. Let's ask about Sunfire. He says every 3 years they celebrate a festival of the flame in Kashuan. During the festival, the Sunfire is moved to Eagle's Torch while its brazier is cleansed. but I can't learn that as a term. That's interesting. Let's talk to the king. He says, so many perished in the Dreadnought's attack. Perhaps it would be best if we surrendered to the Empire. Oh, come on, man. Don't say that. No one knows more about airships than Sid. He was such a fine knight once. Oh, how men change. When we ask about Sunfire, he says Scott sealed the gates of Kashuan Keep to protect the Sunfire, the Pontiac Sunfire, in the event they were defeated in battle. You will need the goddess's bell to break the seal. What, king? What is goddess bell? He said the whereabouts of the bell are known only to the Kashuan royal family. Okay. Minwoo. What's he's talking about the goddess bell. He says Gordon would know where the bell is kept, but I've not seen him lately. Someone close to Scott or Gordon may know where to find it. Okay, so we're going to go talk to Hilda again for the millionth time, is what this sounds like. Might as well, right? He was close to both of them. Weirdly close, like love triangle close. Like, it's kind of a weird situation. She said, I've heard Scott and Gordon mention the bell. The gates of Kashuan Keep open only to the voice of a Kashuan or the ringing of that bell. The bell rests deep within a cavern on the snow plains. It will not be easy to retrieve. So it is your intention to enter the snow cavern. Very well. If only Gordon were here, there would be no need for you to risk such danger. But he isn't, so you must. There is nothing I can do but pray for your success. Okay, that's fine. Information can be helpful. She said, Joseph knows the snow plains like the back of his hand. You should seek his counsel. Oh my God, we're going all the way back to Salamand again. Remember, when we were leaving there, one of the townsfolk let it slip that there's, you need a snowcraft to get across the snow plains. And we were like, well, we weren't talking about that. Like, what does this mean? Now, it's an omen. We're going back. Dare I talk to the townsfolk yet again? No, I will not. Please get out of my way. We've learned a new term, though. We've learned a new term, and we're going to go back to Salamand for, like, the second time. We may stop in Bafsk on the way. I'm not sure yet. There's magic I want to get, but I want to make sure I got enough money for all of it. I'm looking to get about 4,800 gil because I want to get 4 spells on 2 people. And they're 600 apiece, so if you do the math, that's like 8 spells, so let's hold off. Let's just head to Salamand, because I'm sure wherever Joseph or whoever is sending us to find this goddess bell or whatever is gonna be a lucrative endeavor. So we'll just head straight to Salamand. Of course, we're taking the long way. We don't believe in modern transportation unless we own it. Bring back physical transportation media. See what I did there? That's what everyone's talking about, is the big debate around physical media going away when it comes to video games. I really don't care one way or the other. But I understand the sentiment for sure. Anyway. We got a preemptive strike on a vampire thorn. We're just cutting these down like butter at this point. And fantastic. All right. We see airships flying overhead. I would love to get one of those, and I'm sure we will at some point, because that is a hallmark of Final Fantasy games, is expanding your transportation methods. Obviously we got the canoe. We'll probably get a ship at some point, an airship at some point, maybe something else. I don't know. Here we are in Salamand. Let's see what's going on here. All right, let's head straight to Joseph here. I believe he's over in this area. His wife or whatever she's just standing outside in the cold. I don't know if she's like smoking or something. Who knows? Here's Joseph. Hello. It looks like you managed to save my daughter. Thank you. That cowardly Borgin had been threatening Nelly to get to me. Forgive me. If there's anything I can do to help, all you got to do is ask. Yeah, bro. Where is this goddess's bell at? He said, the only way to reach the snow cavern is on my snowcraft. I keep the snowcraft hidden in the mine. There's a blue stone on the first floor that marks the spot. Look behind the stone and to the right. The secret room's there and the snowcraft is inside. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't help you find the mithril. So I want to make up for that by pitching in now. What are we waiting for? Let's go. And Joseph has joined the party. Joseph is not as diverse of a party member as Minwoo was. He's really good with his bare hands, so we probably won't put any weapon on him. He's already starts off at level 2. His magic is non-existent, and his equipment is middling at best. So we will put some better things on him, including a shield. And actually, you know what? We're going to give you that axe because I think you'll still be better with that than your fists. And the game's optimization algorithm also seems to think so. Okay. Let's go get this damn snowcraft. We are going... There is so much backtracking in the first part of this game. We're going to head back to Summit Falls. We won't be there long, but the fact that we have to go back there again after clearing it out last time is just... drives me crazy. A lot of backtracking. It's not too far of a walk, though. It's not that bad. Especially when we're cutting through enemies in this manner. What's really going to be interesting is the next dungeon. I'm sure the fact that we're traveling across the snow plains tells me that spells like fire are going to be extremely useful. And Joseph's axe and shield level go up. You get him, boy. That's great. We love that. And we'll take the canoe one last time to Summit Falls, where we enter the mine yet again. And there's that blue stone. You know, we walked right past it earlier. And if you've never seen this before, you're probably thinking, wow, that stone looked awfully suspicious. Why didn't he mention it or do anything? Spoilers. That's why. So anyway, if we look just behind it, as he predicted, there's a little opening that's hidden to the naked eye. He's going to open that for us, probably with his fists. He turns a small rock jutting out of the wall and a passage appears, and the snowcraft is in here. So we go inside, and... new key item, the snowcraft, which is another thing that's kind of unique to this game. I don't recall there being snowcrafts in other Final Fantasy games. I know of a couple that have like a hovercraft, which I think would probably be about the closest analog. But I think as far as snowcrafts, like sleds go, I mean, snowboard, there's a snowboard in one. I don't know. Snowcraft is just, it's an interesting concept, and I don't think you see it a lot. It is of limited value to us because there's really only one snowy region in the world. We're going to it right now, but, you know, it's cool, I guess. Yeah. Be really neat. I think we're in good shape to where we don't necessarily need to go back in town and heal up or anything. Like, I mean, this guide that I'm reading, which there's a link in the description if you want to follow it, suggests it, but I think we're good. We've leveled up enough offline that, and by offline I mean just I've grinded enough and not recorded it for your sanity. That we should be okay. I would rather just proceed with the mission because this is a long episode. And we'll likely get some new enemies as we go forward on our... there's one right there, actually. As we go forward on our snowcraft. Of course, we're going to take it all the way to the east. We kill these humanoid snow people known as icicles, and then we have snowmen, which look more like Yeti. Not a snowman at all. It'd be funny if it was like an actual snowman with like the carrot nose and the corncob pipe. Getting close. We should have, I would think, coming out of here, based on how many floors there are going to be and how many enemies that we have to deal with, that we're going to have a decent amount of gil after this. You could have made the case that we could have just waited to buy a lot of the stuff we did, because we're probably not going to have anything to buy for a while. My goal is to come out of here about 5,000 gil in the pocket, and we're probably already like halfway there right now. Just based off of, yeah, we're almost exactly halfway, 2513. All right, welcome to the snow cave. All right, let's check the map. So we've got 2 chests. Long staircase here. Here's some deadheads. Take care of them pretty easily. And we got a grenade. You know what? Can we just attack it? I think we're still okay. An upgraded version of the balloon. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, we're really leveled up, like, to an extreme point to where we can just kind of attack through a lot of these. It looks like the Deadhead has a pretty high defense rating, but it's nothing that takes more than like 2 hits. So we got 300 gil there. All right. And let's see. There's another one on the way to the next stop. Oh, we have, this guy looks intimidating. He kind of looks like a vampire. Got rid of him. Okay, so they are starting to get a little bit meatier. Nice, nice. 350 gil in that chest. And a couple snowmen who decide to ambush us. And we're just passively leveling up. Getting gil in the meantime. I think we want to go ahead down the steps. I don't think we want to mess with this door necessarily. I think that's a one-way door. So we'll probably be coming back here at some point. On to floor number 2. So we don't have too many options here. There's basically a one path. So we just kind of cut through here. We earn the gil. And I should note, hold on, because I almost made a huge mistake. We don't, this is one of those like trap doors. We don't want to go that. We want to go down the steps. Okay. We've got over this way a chest, so let's go there. We just are blowing through enemies right now with no problem at all. And this is why I said filming the grinding of levels, which the grinding is probably unnecessary based on how easy this is right now, was going to be just maddening for anyone to watch, and including me to even go through. I was like looking at my phone half the time because it was just like, oh, what, you know, it's just automatic, like boom, boom, boom. It's something you do while multitasking. We did get an item there. It's an Antarctic wind, which summons a magical ice storm. It's basically you can cast a really strong ice spell in battle. It will come in handy. Okay, let's see. But we're gonna save it for when we need it. Like against a boss. Perhaps even the boss here. Maybe. Alright, checking here. It looks like we've got a couple different ways we can go. I think we'll go north first. Yeah, we have a ton of gil right now. We're doing really well in that department. Still have yet to see one of these things actually cast self-destruct and it land. All right, we're on to B2. 3 chests down here for us. Let's get them all. Now, we could cast Warp to go down to the previous floor, but I think that'll actually take us to the beginning of the dungeon since we have also leveled it up. So I'll probably only be using things like Warp and Teleport to outright exit a dungeon. There's a Battle Axe. Is that better than what we got? No. Didn't think so. An antidote. Not very exciting for us, but could help us in a pinch, specifically because we don't have the Asuna spell. Minwoo is no longer with the party, and we did not purchase it yet, so if we do get poisoned, we will have to rely on items. As such, let's not commit to selling them immediately this time. They may come in handy. Let's grab the third and final chest down here. Monsters! Oh boy, okay, I think we will be using some magic on these guys, and they have a slightly stronger self-destruct spell, which is so far missing. Like, they're basically trying to blow themselves up and it's not working. I don't know if it's because our evasion is so high. Let's cast Fire and Thunder, and between the two of those, I would think, yeah, they're donezo. 119 gil. They have a mithril mace. We actually have those. So that will... we can get some of our money back, I guess. Alright, we need to go back now. Dungeon has quite a bit of branching paths, it seems like. Thought about doing some, like, it would slow things down a lot if I were to, like, focus all the attacks, like, with one character to try and passively gain their levels, so I'm not going to do that, but I'll probably do a little bit more grinding offline. I would like to get, call me crazy, I would like to get everything up to level 16. That will be somewhat of an effort, but a lot of that grinding... potentially hacking will be taking place offline. So, you don't have to worry about just me repetitively fighting the same monsters over and over again. When I tried to film this series before, and even with Final Fantasy 1, I tried to film it a couple years ago, it was a mess because it was just a lot of me going back and forth, doing the same thing over and over again, and admittedly, there's a lot of that anyway because we've been backtracking because the story has made us do that, but it was like at a whole other level to where I was like, you know what, this is not fun. No one is going to enjoy this, including myself. So let's save the boring part, and I can deal with that on my own time, rather than force you, the viewer, into that experience. Okay, we're on B4. So what do we got here? We got 4 chests. Okay, let's go find them. We'll see if the enemy roster changes at all on this floor. It does not appear to be vastly different yet. There is an achievement for getting, I think, all of the treasures in the game, and one for locating every enemy type. Let's take a look and see, actually. I don't know if we can get to that from here or not. Bestiary. Yeah, so we've got only 20 out of 128, and it'll actually tell you, like, where on the map to find them, which is cool. I may do some research and just make sure that there's none that we haven't missed permanently, because it would be nice to get them all. I've already got the achievement. Like, I got it, like, when this game first came out, so, like... if we don't get it, like, it's fine, because it's already been done. We did it. And we got a blizzard tome. I don't think I want to teach anyone that, but if I did, or if I want to cast it as a one-time spell, we now have that option. It'd be kind of silly to cast blizzard, I think, against any of these enemies in this cave, so I'm probably not going to do that. And how's our gil situation? We're sitting at 7,000. That's good. We got a potion here. And 204 gil from them. A mithril spear. Very nice. We should be just about done with this floor. Oh, they gave me a lot of gil. Alright, let's pass on this door. I think that's a trap door again. There will be some doors we'll need to go into. It's just the ones that we've come across we're wanting to avoid. Hey, man. Okay. Alright, we're on the fifth floor, I believe. Is that what I said? Fifth? Okay. So we've got... two chests we want to get. Let's go get this one first. $111 gil. Chest number 1. There's also a lot of doors here that we're gonna... Oh, we got some dual heads! Not to be confused with the dead heads. These are the dual heads. Alright, they gave us no problem, but they certainly look scary. Mithril shield. Okay. We're gonna skip out on this door and just keep going. Probably would be quicker just to burn these guys. We're doing real good on the money line now. The encounter rate in this game feels pretty high. I don't know if that's because they're taking into account that you could move diagonally if you want to. I have no idea, or if it's just because we're moving twice as fast because it has a built-in run feature. It's a nice quality of life adjustment that they made. Let's check out this. We got a monster. Mini boss. Who do we got? Ghouls and shadows. Prepare to burn. All shall burn in the presence of JWE. Congrats. Thanks for playing. 617 gil and an ancient sword. All right. So we're diverging a little bit. The ancient sword has, I don't know if it necessarily does anything different, but looks like it has maybe better attack, lower accuracy. I'll take the sacrifice there. Let's go over to the southeastern corner because we're gonna have to go through one of these doors, otherwise we're at a dead end. We'll see how this sword does, by the way. Yeah, it looks like it's super great, but okay. It's good enough for this. If anything, we need it to be a little bit more difficult. Oh, 600 gil. Wow. These are big numbers. So as we reach the presumed bottom of the snow cave here, we enter a door. And we got a sauna full of beavers. The giant beaver says Snook Chit. Boy, if only we could talk to him. Hey, wait, we have someone in our party who talks funny. His name's Guy. So Guy says, Guy speak beaver. He goes, And we can ask about the goddess bell. And the beaver says something. Guy will translate it and says secret passage in wall to right, monster guard bell. Bell in wall. And that's really all we can learn from this, but it's good to know that our third-party member is fluent in different languages, including that of animals. So, now we're on to B6. And we've got a pretty linear path here, which is good. Let's go ahead and take it. We'll see if any new monsters encounter us. Our gil total well above 11,000 right now, which is good. It's good for the wallet. I'll definitely have to stop in Bafsk, before... maybe in between episodes here to get those spells that I had passed on. And even Joseph, his axe and shield are leveling up, which is cool. Doesn't really help us. He, like many characters that we will see in that slot, is temporary. He will not be with us the entire game. They come along for a short time, and then someone else inevitably will come in and replace them. So we're trying to find Leon. He's the key to all this, okay? Leon was the fourth party member. We lost him at the beginning. Maybe we'll just get him back. That would be great. We miss him. It's like The Hangover is basically the plot of this game. Is like, you spend the whole movie looking for one dude. Okay. That's a big ass turtle. That's a big ass turtle. Okay. Well, let's open this chest first. It's a silver cuirass. I see a little bell behind this guy. Joseph said, that's an adamantoise guarding the bell. Stay on your toes. This is another Final Fantasy stalwart here that we see in a lot of the games. The good thing is, we get a preemptive strike. Don't know how he saw us coming. So we are going to bombard him with... ice magic. I know it seems counterintuitive. And actually, I'm going to have Joseph use the Antarctic wind if we need to cast a really strong spell. Ice Storm 16. Holy moly, that Antarctic wind was not messing around. And as you can see, Adamantoise is gone. We get 450 gil. We will go ahead and use this. There's something set in the wall. It's the goddess's bell. We now have the goddess's bell. Amazing. And a path has opened for us that will lead us to a door. We like that. And we take that one-way door that takes us back to B1. Let's move on up. And I think now would be a good time to remove everything from Joseph. Just a hunch. I think he's going to be leaving the party soon for other adventures, so I don't want to leave any equipment on him. I think we'll manage just fine on the way out of this dungeon. Just a hunch. Just a thought that I had that maybe he will not be sticking around with this party permanently. Much like Minwoo. Alright, Borgin. I see you there. Let's have a chat. Curses, you've already gotten to the goddess's bell. First you ruined my standing with the Emperor, and now this. The Emperor will never forgive me for messing this up. If I ever go back to the Empire, he'll have my head, but I'm still a soldier. If I'm gonna die, you're coming with me. Pretty sure that's how my cats feel about me a lot of the time. Wow, he's huge. Okay, this is Borgin. I'm gonna just attack. Do we have any cool items we could use? Let's use the Blizzard Tome on him. Seems fun, right? We'll attack, and then we'll have we'll have Joseph use the Blizzard Tome if we need to. And we'll get to see a tome actually used in battle, which is kind of cool. It casts Blizzard 8. I don't know how good his, like, yeah, I was going to say his magic ability is not that great. 1 round was enough to get him anyway. So, there you go. Peace, Morgan. He gone. And we're going to walk past his dead body. Oh, but he's still alive. He says, I may have lost, but don't think that you've won. Booby trapped this cave. Just a little parting gift from me to you. And he does his stupid laugh, and he says, I'll be waiting for you in hell. There's no way they put that in the original Nintendo version, right? I'm sure that it was translated to something else. Oh boy, here comes a giant boulder, Indiana Jones style. We be running. And then all of a sudden, Joseph says, damn it. Oh, another swear word, okay. And he stops the boulder. And then he says, go on, get out. Guy says, we not leave you. And an emotional moment right here. Joseph says, I can't hold it much longer. And to run. And so we run. And he says, speaking to no one, it's up to you now, Furion, my sweet Nelly. And I think he's gone. I think the boulder crushed him. Yup. He's doing that blinky teleportation into the ether realm thing. He's dead. Okay. Well, I told you he was leaving the party soon. I was not lying. Unfortunately, he has also left this mortal coil. So, I think we should probably avenge him. No reason to rush into that right now. We need to grieve. We need to mourn. I think we've accomplished a lot today. So, next episode, we will take this goddess's bell and presumably make our way to the Kashuan region. I'll do a little bit of light grinding and mainly not grinding so much as shopping at Bafsk in the meantime between episodes, and we'll see you next time. Please do subscribe, because if you do, then you'll be able to watch the episodes right away. You'll know instantly when they drop, and I don't really have a schedule. I mean, I do, but it's going to seem random to you, the viewer, so I think you'd rather just subscribe, save us a whole lot of trouble, and we'll see you next time on the Final Fantasy Era's Final Fantasy II show on JWE Plays. Goodbye.